What's up guys, I'm BTC, a brand new patch today in the experimental mode. This is one of the biggest buffs that they've ever added to the game. Definitely the biggest buff for Soldier 76. They changed the way that his attack works. This is going to be a massive benefit whether you're in Bronze or GM across the board. This is going to be an incredible improvement to Soldier 76. What they did was they changed it so that they removed the random spread on the attack and instead it is now a fixed recoil. So this is what it looks like on the live version of the game, where when you attack, you can see the crosshair isn't moving, but the attack is going all over the place. Now this is close range, but on medium range, you can see that it begins to spread out even more, making it more difficult to hit your targets. And at long range, you might as well forget it. There's just no way that you're going to hit anything at long range. So what you need to do with the live version of Soldier is you need to have these quick little bursts of attack, and that's how you need to use Soldier 76 on the live version. However, the new version is much different. Now when you hold down the attack, it will move upward. There's a little bit of a wiggle to the left and to the right, so it's not perfectly straight up, but for the most part, the only thing that you need to do to compensate for this is to move your crosshair down as you're attacking. So let me show you. Just hold and keep moving down ever so slightly, and you'll be able to hold your attack in the same spot. And this is the same for short range, for medium range, or for long range. Now, of course, as you get further away, it's a little bit more difficult to hold it in the exact same spot for the entire time, but you're still going to be way more accurate than you were with the old version where it would just go all over the place, it was random, and you had no control over it. So this is going to be a massive increase in damage potential for the character. And this is going to benefit anyone. If you're at kind of like medium range, and even if you're in Bronze or Silver, right? Like all you need to do is just kind of hold down a little bit, right? You don't have to worry about that spread going over. You're going to do more damage. Now, if you are a higher skill player, you got really good accuracy, you're going to be able to now land those criticals far more often as well. Whether it's a Pharah that's in the sky or an Echo or whoever, it doesn't matter. You're still not really going to be able to compete against characters like Hanzo and Widow because at that long range, you do still have a lot of that damage drop-off, right? So that's still going to limit your capabilities there, and they really only need the one hit to take you out. So probably not the greatest idea to try to one-on-one the Hanzo and the Widow that's at the longer range. But now against Ashe or against McCree or lots of other characters, you're going to be much better now because now you are able to reliably put that damage on the enemy. Also, real quick, got some new stuff in the merch store that you guys have been asking for. Links for that down below. I do want to point out one quick thing with the ultimate, which is weird, which is that the recoil pattern still seems to work even when you're in the ultimate. This is just a bug. I'm sure they'll fix it once it goes live if they do end up putting it through. Another thing though is this is such a massive amount of damage increase potential, particularly for the upper bracket players. I would not be surprised in the slightest if they end up nerfing some other aspect of his kit, because remember, you went from having randomness from the computer controlling where your attack is going to go to now suddenly I can hold it in that right spot and just keep landing critical after critical after critical. That is a massive damage increase. So I would not be surprised if they nerf something else. Recently, they buffed the Helix. They brought the cooldown from 8 seconds down to 6 seconds. I wouldn't be surprised if they brought that back up. They might even reduce the damage of the attack. I forget what it is right now. Maybe it's like 20 or something like that. They might bring it down to like 19 or 18 per attack in order to compensate. But I really don't see this going through to the live version of the game without some other nerf, because this is going to be so powerful. If they just move this over, then Soldier 76 would probably be the best DPS in the game for most of the ranks. Like, that's how just incredibly powerful that this would be. I know a concern that people are going to have is, are they trying to turn Overwatch into CSGO? And the answer is no, absolutely not. This is the most simplistic recoil pattern you could possibly have. There's nothing like this in CSGO. Yeah, there are a couple of weapons where you start out, where you just kind of pull down on the crosshair a little bit, but then you have to go left and right and loop it around in order to maintain that accuracy. And this is so simple. It's just move the crosshair down and it's going to be accurate. And there's really no comparison between the two. I know people are going to try to make that comparison quite a bit, but it's just not there. Another thing is, are other characters like Tracer and Sombra going to get the same treatment? Because when you attack with Tracer, there's lots of spread. It goes all over the place. There's lots of randomness to it. Same thing with Sombra, right? Lots of randomness. But the thing is, Soldier is meant to be a medium range character, and now I guess he can even be a little bit more on the longer range as well. But Sombra and Tracer are meant to be close range characters. You can't have a Tracer that's at this distance hitting the character by just moving the crosshair down a little bit. Like, that would not work. That would be way too unbalanced. And the thing is, if you got really close, you don't want that either, because then you would, like right now, you're going to hit with most of them. Like, half of them are going to be normal hits, half of them are going to be criticals. You don't want Tracer to be able to get in close like this and then just pull the crosshair down a little bit and land every single one criticals. That would be way, way too strong. Same thing with Sombra. You don't want that sort of thing. So this is kind of a unique situation for Soldier 76 in that regard, where you can add this recoil pattern and it will be effective, and it actually makes the character better balanced as opposed to less balanced. So what do you guys think about this? Do you like the live version, which is more of a casual style, or do you prefer the new version, which puts more focus on player control and accuracy? Also, don't forget, new stuff in the merch store. Links for that stuff down below. Thanks for watching, and if you'd like to be comment of the video, then leave yours, and while you're at it, ring the bell so you never miss a new video. Also, if you want to get some cool gear, join my Discord server, or follow me on social media, then check out the links down below. And remember, always, always blame the controller, because it's never your fault.